Hey guys, today I will be doing What If Goku Landed in MHA, Part 2. Before I start this what if I want to make something clear. In the previous part, I said that Goku could use 10%, however I forgot to mention that he can only use it in parts of his body, not his whole body, unlike in Full Cowl where it is his full body. Also, Goku's strength after the USJ is around 25% of All Mights, which is quite weak comparable to Goku's DB counterpart who had already beaten King Piccolo by age 15 with a power level of 260, whereas I would put Goku's power level at 65 right now and he is 15 years old. Last time, Goku and Deku made it into UA and Goku beat the Nomu after a fight which pushed his limits, and ended the video with Goku winning the sports festival after a long battle against Bakugo and Todoroki. Now that you are caught up, let's begin. Back in class, Aizawa explains the next steps to becoming a pro hero, the hero internships where they will all intern under a pro hero for a week to gain experience and strength. Then projecting the list of offers on the board. 4,507 offers for Goku, 4,123 for Todoroki, 3,556 for Bakugo, 3,069 for Deku, with the others getting less than 500 offers or none at all. Suddenly Midnight enters the room to help the students choose their hero names. All the students choose the same names, however I don't really know what Goku's name would be, probably just his name, Goku or Kakarot, because he never hit his head, but doesn't know he is an alien, just thinking it was the name his biological parents gave him before abandoning him, or Uzaryu based on the name of his special technique he has under the full moon, which he used once as a baby but did little damage to any building because he was stopped shortly after transforming. I think a cool name for him would be Uzaryu because just listen to it, it sounds like a hero name. Deku still chooses to go to Gran Torino to train, under the recommendation of All Might. While Goku has a choice, I could have him train under someone strong like Endeavor, but I think Aizawa would recommend Goku to train at the Ryuku Agency due to the similarities between Goku's new quirk Awakening Power to shoot energy blasts and Nejia's quirk Wave Motion, which shoots spiral energy blasts, so that's where Goku will go, meaning he will be out of action during the Stain arc, so I will be covering Deku's side for the internships. When Deku arrives at Gran Torino's house, he still plays the senile old man trick, but then shortly after getting serious, jumping around the room at insane speeds, then complimenting Deku's abilities with 10% one for all, but still tasks Deku to land a single punch on him, with Deku managing to land a punch which Gran Torino dodges but cuts his cheek, similar to what he did when getting Full Cowl. Gran Torino then once again compliments Deku on his 10% one for all, but still tells him that his admiration for All Might and his senses of duty is holding him back, telling him that he is thinking one for all more special than it is, then leaving to buy some food. Meanwhile at the Ryuku Agency, Goku trains his stamina as like Nejia. His energy blasts drain a lot of energy, making him hungry very fast. Goku does this by constantly firing energy blasts until he is worn out, then firing even more. He also meditates and does his usual workout to increase his power level. Back at Gran Torino's place, Deku realizes that he is using his smashes as a super move instead of spreading the quirk throughout his whole body like everyone else, remembering how All Might used one for all and how Goku uses his quirk. The next day, while having breakfast, Deku failed to microwave frozen takoyaki because he used a plate, then realizing that the takoyaki is like him and how he had been switching the switch on and off after every attack, slowing his reaction time, and nor realizing that he needed to switch it on in his whole body, inventing one for all Full Cowl, which allowed Deku to land a slight hit on Gran Torino's leg, but still gets sent flying into a wall. After practicing one for all Full Cowl for the whole morning, Gran Torino decides to go to Tokyo to fight villains, but while on the train, they are attacked by a Nomu, who Gran Torino swiftly kicks out of the train, while telling Deku to wait for him to return. However, Deku defies these orders, rushing in to save people from the Nomus, but when hearing that Ida ran off, decides to find Ida, fearing that he is fighting the hero killer. Just before Stain could kill Ida, Deku kicks Stain, telling him not to hurt anyone. Then realizing that there is another person injured so he can't run away with Ida, so Deku prepares to fight, after sending a message to his whole class, disclosing his location. In this what if, I don't see Stain being much of a problem for Deku to fight due to him having 10% making him twice as fast, however for story reasons I will say that he is still cut having his blood licked due to not knowing Stain's quirk, paralyzing him. Stain then goes to continue killing Ida, but Shoto shows up, protecting him with his fire, forcing Stain to retreat. After a small fight between Stain and Shoto, Deku gets back up and using 10% one for all beats Stain with relative ease, tying him up and removing his weapons. The pro heroes finally arrive. Goku still gets taken by the winged Nomu but is able to beat it himself before Stain can make a move. At the hospital, Ida is the only one with an injury, but Goku and Shoto get their shallow cuts bandaged up and wait to see how Ida is. Eventually the police chief arrives and scolds them for using their quirks, while being unregistered, deciding to cover the fight up by giving the credit to Endeavor. Once they are all back at UA after their internships, everyone talks about how their week was and what they gained and did, while most attention was on Goku, Shoto, and Ida because they were saved by the number 2 hero Endeavor, from the hero killer. After that, they did a rescue race in Ground Gamma with All Might, with Goku running ahead of everyone in the first group, until Goku started leaping past him with 10% 1 for all full cowl, shocking everyone with his new techniques and speed. Seeing this, Goku decides to show everyone his new technique he had been working on, and flies above everyone, winning the race, with Goku second and Zero third. Everyone is shocked, asking Goku how many quirks he has, because he has super strength, gets stronger after healing, can shoot energy blasts, transform when mad getting 10 times stronger, and now fly. Goku then explains how the flying is due to the energy subsection of his quirk, and explains how he learned it by observing how MHA used her energy to fly, by putting her energy below her, and also clarifying that he believes that the transformation, super strength, and what he dubs Zenkai boosts are all parts of his main quirk, Uzaryu. He then tells the class the story, when he looked at the full moon, as a child, and turned into a giant monkey, and was only beaten by All Might. Luckily they were in a rural area, so there was little damage and only 3 minor injuries, to heroes who tried to stop him. Goku then explains that he wants to learn to control the Great Ape transformation so that it never hurts any innocent people again, and so that he can harness the power in battle, believing that it is the key to unlocking the form he used in the USJ. After 1 week of training for the final exam, Goku has increased his power level to 70, so around 27% of All Might's power level, but by using Ki blasts, he can do attacks at 35% All Might. The students complete the written test, all passing, with Goku struggling a bit, being around 16th in class intelligence because he is Goku. After the written test, Class 1AM is ready to fight robots, but instead fight the teacher, with Goku doing relatively the same against All Might because no matter how much stronger Goku is, he still can't beat All Might. Goku has his match with Zero against Midnight, replacing Minta, and easily beating her by either flying through the gate or shooting an energy blast, fighting long range so he doesn't inhale any of her quirk. This means that everyone who originally passes in this, plus Goku. The next thing to happen would be the shopping incident, but everything goes the same so I don't need to cover it. However, I would like to add that Goku would probably buy some weighted clothing for the training camp, if not he could ask the support course to make him some, probably incorporating the same technology as the weights the teachers wore in the finals exam. These weights would probably hold Goku at 80% of his full power, so a power level of 56 and around 20% All Might's power. Okay guys, this is the end of the video because I want to have a part for the 2-hero movie, probably called What If Goku Landed in MHA 2.5, so thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.